Rapscallion detected? You're one to talk.
Let's go!
Let's go! Welcome in, McVin. Welcome in, Foul. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday gaming. It is a bit of map making time. I have the... This is the map that the game has been being run on. I'm currently splitting it up into 4 parts. I will probably have to make more parts later. And I want it to be like, when you start a map, it picks 4 parts randomly, and then it like rotates them and puts them in a random order. So you can get, you know, that's basic map randomization type shit. I saved this one for last, but thankfully it's the easiest one because there's not like there was some stuff that I needed to cover up. These markings. I want to cover. Whoa! Reyna! Already? During the ad break? That's crazy. I just went live. That was insane. That's insane behavior. Welcome in. Welcome in, Reyna. Welcome in, Nazo. Welcome in, Kuro. Welcome in, Isa. Happy Saturday. Yeah, Giga spawn camp. Happy Sunday in the sense that the sun is in the sky, but day of the week wise, it is Saturday. Welcome in, Zuri. How was Entropy Effect? I definitely got to get back on that one of these days. That game is fun as hell, but I have the Giga Gamedev bug right now. Yeah, this was easy, thankfully. This one's done. Now, for the real fun part, I have to height map these. Your OBS is giving you issues? Ah, okay. Yeah, that'll do it. On top of the vibes already not being 100%, I imagine it's like, fuck it, just call it a night. Just call it a night and vibe. Open. I'm gonna need this for sure. Because I don't remember how the fuck my height map colors work. Test height map. Beauty. Okay. You're gonna vibe here? Alright. I hope you enjoy your vibing. Okay, so I need to save this. I have an idea. Instead of doing this, let me close out of that. Let me get my already test height map PSD, and we're gonna do some gaming. I'm gonna do height 0. How many heights do I realistically need? 0, 1, 2. Why do those look the same? Oh, I know why. Let me view rulers. Rulers. I need to grid this out. How is everybody else's Saturday coming along, though? This has mostly been what I've been doing all day. I've been deep in Game Maker. If anybody saw the last thing I posted on Blue Sky, I don't need this. I don't need this. We have made much progress already. I pretty much have it so that you can clear stages if you take out all the enemies. You get XP for it. The level up screen has been implemented on it. So I'm adding the map generation system, or rather I'm updating it, because that's what I need to do next. Is I need to be able to generate maps randomly so that when you complete a stage, it brings you to the next stage, and it's not just the same map over and over again. Okay. I'm going to color code all this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4... hang on. I know we go at least up to... I know for a fact... Where are you? I know for a fact this is the highest point on the map. So this is as high as I need to go currently. Let me compare. How high does that go? It's not that one. Is it this one? 0, 100, 100? Yes. Okay. Zero, 100, 100 is... Let me make sure I have the right one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I need 10 levels. That way I don't have to memorize the colors. I'll just fucking I'll put each height to be a level, and I'll set the color preemptively. Height, let's do this. 0.25, 0.00, 0.50, and if anybody is unsure as to what exactly is going on here, basically my game takes this image, it looks at each individual pixel, and it uses its color data to determine how high the tile of the corresponding coordinate in the game map is supposed to be. So, generally speaking, the brighter the color is, the higher off of the ground it is. I'm sure Jade will find that interesting, and I'll probably explain that again once he shows up. Because I remember he was curious about how I was doing some UI stuff on Thursday. .25. I believe we only went up to 2.5. Been a vibes day, and you were full of Creole beef stew, and you're grinding, and you're pretty sure is the final boss in Guardians of Azuma. Ooh. By the way, I need more music like this, if anybody has recommendations. I need some, like, orchestral combat music. It's what I'm using as my muse. That's why I've been listening to a lot of Front Mission soundtrack the past few streams, because it has the vibe that I'm looking for this project. Okay. So for now, I can go in here, factory. Sprite factory height map. Okay. I need to resize this image. This is 10 by 10 multiplied by 2, so this should be 12 by 12. Which means I can get rid of some of these extra guides. Pretty sure she'll be weak to dark and strong against light. Brings a light talisman for a weapon and puts the goddess of light in your party. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's the move. Trying to see how this translates. So this needs to get moved. It looks like all I did was slide this down. Okay. And then we just fill this with black. Shrimple as. Alright, factory A height map. Factory B. This is the top right corner. Okay. This is mostly the same. I have this little bit here, and I have this little bit here that I need to add. Get a 12 by 12. Get rid of these extra guides. Fill those with black. Then I assume this is 0.25, 0.5, 0.75. Or no, because they're all blue. Yeah, okay, so it is these three. And then I just do the same thing here. Whoops. Oh right, I could put a filter on for like higher contrast so it's easier to tell. Cause that is very difficult to distinguish from just regular black. You do nope. Brightness contrast, there we go. There we go. And then we have off by 1. We got a 4 square, and I'm going to have that be raised by 1/2. So that would be this color. PNG that. Factory C. Headphones seem to have stopped working. That's not good. Are they out of battery? There you go. 195, huh? Okay, so this is... I'll need to work my way up from here. Start by filling this out with black. We need you. It starts 1, 2, and then down 1. Okay. Wait. Wait. Oh, right. That does make sense. Okay. Then it goes like this. And then it goes up another level. And from there, it's just this all the way. So it makes its way all the way up to 1? It only gets up to height 1. That's a full jump up to a second. I will have to bring these down to be. I'll make this 1.5, and I'll make this 1.75. So that'll be 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75. Why does that not add up? Oh, because these go up by a half, not a fucking... Not by a quarter. Okay, I was about to say, I could have swore I did the math on this. Okay. Fuck it. Let me start over. Don't even know what height mapping is? Ah, I'm so glad you asked, Jade. I was literally telling chat, I explained what it was, and then I was like, I'm probably gonna explain this again once Jade gets in, because they'd probably be curious. Basically, my game runs off of this scale for height, and it takes a look at this image. It looks at every individual pixel, and it uses that to determine what this in-game, how high each individual grid cell is. So it takes this image for the graphics, it takes this image for the height, and then puts them together, and bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself a 3D map. It's a bit rudimentary because this means I can't have things like tunnels where you could have something at 2 different elevations on the same coordinate, but you know, for a small project that such as my own, I feel like this is good enough. Okay, so we want this. Nope. This, like so. And then we skip up. Let's see, 1, 2, and then we skip up 1, 2. Two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Grab this. And from there, 2, that should be color matched with this, yes. Maybe you will one day tackle a project with tunnels in the future. I feel like I would want my next project to be like an Armored Core type game, and that I could definitely put tunnels in. Cause I'll just have to figure out how to make fucking 3D environments at that point. Okay. I believe this is now matched up. Okay, one more. And I don't believe this one was changed literally at all. So this should be Shrimple. Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, I didn't have to do anything for this. Great. I love when it's easy. Okay, we can put you away. I guess before I continue, let me go over what I got done earlier today. So as we established, we got ourselves an upgrade screen now when you level up. Let's see if I can't finish Suture off here. Probably not with this. Yeah, close but no cigar. And we have ourselves a stage clear screen. And leveling up works here. So you get XP for dealing damage, and you get bonus XP for breaking parts, and even more bonus XP for getting a kill. And then at the end of a map, for every unit that is destroyed, everybody gets some XP. Just as a way to help if, a unit wasn't doing a whole lot of damage. You don't want them to fall behind too much. And that's as far as I've gotten. What I need to do next is make it so that after you're done on this screen, fades out, navigates to the next map, and then loads a new map, loads a new fight, and you just keep it going. So that's what we'll be working on tonight. First things first, I need to build that map building system. Right now it's a static map. It always builds that same map, and I want to make it so that it builds different maps. I guess this would be a handler. Create object. Handler map builder. Create group. Map builder. Create another group. Area 1. Area 1. Factory. You can bring in all the sprites here. The debuff's placeholder image being a screenshot of the dictionary definition of debuff is Chef's Kiss. I'm glad. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the placeholder images for sure. I feel like I found some real gold for them. Sprite texture map factory A. SPR texture factory B. And then we need our height maps. If I'm looking for music like this, 12 and Tactics Advanced 2 would be good places to look. Okay. I didn't delve into a lot of Square's other stuff because if I want to get specific, the Front Mission soundtrack does have like just a little bit of a sci-fi industrial lilt to it. That is it's the final piece of the puzzle, but if it's close enough that it's close to what we're listening to currently, then I'm willing to give it a shot just for variety's sake. Because I did figure that Square would probably be the best place to look, considering Front Mission is also Square. But they don't have a lot of other, like, sci-fi IPs, unfortunately. Okay. We need a create event. So, I need a constructor for map chunk data. Constructor map chunk equals function. Did I do that right? It does not look like I did that right. Function map chunk constructor? Is that how you do it? No. Okay. I think that did it. I was gonna say, as much as they want to turn Final Fantasy into sci-fi, I would certainly love that. They do seem to go into it a little bit more every day. But damn if they don't just fucking take the plunge already. And just fully commit. Same with Fire Emblem, dude. I see what they're doing in Fire Emblem Heroes. They're giving us straight up fucking exosuits and shit. Just make a sci-fi Fire Emblem. I don't even want a sci-fi Fire Emblem, I'll be honest. I want Fire Emblem Modern Warfare, and not Fire Emblem as a first-person shooter. I just mean thematically. I want Chrom with a gun, okay? He's responsible. He can handle it. Okay, let's see. Texture. We need a texture. We need a height map. And we need a spawn coordinate. Spawn X, spawn Y. So that way, if I just leave it to RNG as to where to spawn units, you could end up in a situation where one is potentially stranded on a tile that is way too high. If you want an RPG series that's sci-fi, the Xeno series and Star Ocean is probably where it's at. That's true. We still make a different series for those. That's also true. If it's like, I just want Fire Emblem gameplay, you know, SRPG. Let's go! Welcome in, Monster. But, you know, SRPG combat with playing matchmaker and unit breeding. Gimme that in a sci-fi setting. It doesn't specifically have to be Fire Emblem. It's just that's the only game that's like putting all three of those specific elements together. It feels like. Listen, I was trying to think of eugenics and it wasn't coming to me, so that was the next best thing. Okay, and then we have an array of chunks, which will be empty. I need that function that builds maps currently. Where the hell is it? Lampshade clean array. Okay, there's read height map. But I need the other part of this that is like draw the texture. Where's that at? Okay, well I mean it's already a function. I guess I can just call it. Function build map. There's even more sci-fi? Oh, what you got? Honestly, if Girls Frontline had the other elements of Fire Emblem in it, like that would be the game I'm looking for. It's a shame. It's so close. But to be fair, I suppose it wouldn't really work it wouldn't really work in a gacha context. It would need to be a standalone game, and maybe it fucking should have been. Also, okay, that wouldn't have worked for Girls Frontline specifically, but I just mean like a game with that gameplay, and then also let me play Matchmaker. Arknights would be pretty perfect for it. Metal Max 3 on the DS has a fan translation. Metal Max 3. I'm curious. Metal Max 3. Vehicle combat. Max. This shit looks like Car Battler Joe. Hang on a minute. Which just makes me want to play Car Battler Joe again. Hang on. Car Battler Joe. Are these related at all? Car Battler Joe is an action game? Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Okay, so it's like a Car Battler Joe RPG. Which does kind of fuck. Is Metal Max 3 the only one that got a translation? Or is it the only one that like needed a fan translation? Wait, I have the timeline. I can check myself. The series first came out on the SNES. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Metal Dogs? It's part of the same series? Cause it's listed on the fucking timeline on the Wikipedia page. What the fuck? That's awesome. Looks like the most recent entry, Metal Max Xeno Reborn, is on Windows. That might be worth looking into. I may need to play these. I'll add it to the list. 3 looks pretty good. Would you, Jade, is 3 the one that you recommend as like peak Metal Max? Future streams. Metal Max. Rug, welcome back. Happy Saturday. It's not turn-based, unlike the original Xeno. Wait. They changed it that much just from Xeno to Xeno Reborn? I thought it was just like a port to the Switch. That's crazy. Okay, I need to close some of these. I need to close like all of these. Okay. Vertex drawer.build map. Read height map. Okay, so you read height map and then you build the map. Interesting. Which means we need to build a sprite with which to then run these functions with. Okay. So first things first, you want to shuffle your chunks. Also, we're going to need a map width, which is going to be 2 by default. We're going to do 2 by 2 maps. Map height is 2. Didn't really notice that until you had to fight an enemy that explodes on death. Ooh. Oh no. Yeah, I can see that being a problem. That's really weird that they would do that. I need to figure out... I'm gonna have to figure out some fucking math, dude. I'm gonna have to figure out how to translate spawn coordinates and how to, like, rotate them on a grid. Oh, that's gonna be so annoying. I'm gonna have to. I'll figure that out. Still recommend that I try. It's an interesting game. I'll definitely look at like probably most of them. Just out of curiosity, I'll play through like the entire series. How goes the game programming? It's going pretty good. Let me give it a quick run. So what we've got so far, perfect, double kill. We got ourselves a level up screen. We got ourselves a upgrade screen. When you do reach a new level, you get to pick from one of 3 random options, everybody's favorite. And we got a stage clear screen, which also supports leveling up. Right now, the next move is making a random map generator so I can have it so that after you beat a stage, you can move on to another stage. Never had the time to finish one of the Metal Max games, but 3 was the one AI had the most fun with. Interesting. I'll start with 3 and then check out the other ones from there. Meant I. Okay. I thought you meant like that's the one that the AI is like the funnest to play against. Let's see. First things first, array, shuffle, extra. Array, chunks. Yeah, Rug's always in danger, it seems like. Oh, that reminds me. I refill my drink. I'm in danger of dehydration. I'll be back in a second. Ah, much better. This watered down mango nectar goes crazy. It's so tropical. I can't wait to mix it with some pineapple juice. I will say I do think I remember you mentioning that it's your second language, but I certainly would not be able to recall what your first language is. Ghost, welcome in. Thank you for the stretch and hydrate. Phew. Have another sip of that delicious mango nectar. Brazilian Portuguese. Oh, that does sound familiar. I do think you've mentioned that. Welcome in, welcome in. I am doing pretty good. I got that good game dev bug. I've been plugging away at this for like over a week now. Feels like we're making some real headway. Okay. You want to iterate 4 times. So that way, even if I add more chunks, it'll only grab the first 4 after it shuffles. We don't need more than that because 4 will fill up the map size. I equals 0 less than 4. Okay. I need to make a surface. A surface with which to build my stuff on. So, var surface equals surface create. Map width times I think the best way to do this is to take the height map and then take the width divided by 2. Okay. Map width times... Wait. Ah, yes, this is fine. Array chunks 0 dot h map. I need to get the sprite width of this times 0.5. This is getting a little ugly, but that's okay. Height. Oh, whoops. Get width. Wait. Okay, this is the surface for the height map. We need to make another surface. Excuse me. We need to make another surface for the actual... like, texture of the map. So this will be tx. So I get with dot texture. Mark these done. And then at the end of this, we must not forget to delete those. Surface free. But before we do that, sprite create from surface. There we go. We want surface tx x0 0 surface get width surface get height, remove back, no, never that, no smoothing, x origin 0, no, having that be 0 is fine. SPR texture, there's no one. SPR height map is also equal to no one. We will set those here. There's your burps for you. Surely I will remember how to do this. Brooke, welcome in. I was just thinking about you. Well, I mean, I guess I could say that at literally any moment, but still, that doesn't make it any less true. Happy Saturday. Okay, so I want to grab the chunk. Our tx equals array chunks of I dot texture. And then we want to get the height map. And then we want to surface, no, not surface clear, surface set target. Start with the texture. Let us not forget to reset target. And then you always want to draw clear. See white. Body's got a fair few engine lights on, but we're zen and working on it. That's good. That's good to hear. It sounds like progress is being made at least. And speaking of progress being made, we're gaming over here, dude. Here, I'll show you. Time to boot up the game again. So we got our leveling up. We got our upgrading from gaining a level. I should probably go into how that system works, actually. Because there's some stuff going on there. And we got stage clear screen. And right now, we're currently working on getting to the next level after clearing a stage. Because currently it just soft locks at the stage clear screen. But, the way that the upgrade select works is that each character... yes, it's Umbreon. Each character has 3 branches to their skill tree, essentially. And what this screen will do is it will pick 2 of those branches at random, and it will start with the lowest level skill of that branch. So this is, and that's what determines what the card image is. So this is from Brea's, like, magic-focused branch. This is from her gun-focused branch. And there is, her third branch is focused on debuffing, but it only picks 2. The third one, it picks a generic upgrade. These are ones that anybody can get. It's weapon, it's improving your skill with a specific weapon type, or a full heal, or a random stat that gets increased. But it'll start with the lowest level for the branch skills, and then there is a 20% chance that it'll upgrade to the next level. So these are the bottom level ones. They're just stat bonuses. I believe for example, the next magic one would be what's it called? Oh, right, Exile, which gives her magic attacks. And every time it'll keep re-rolling until it either stops hitting that 20% proc or it hits the max level. And there's 4 for each. So it pulled Cunning Striker, and there was a 20% chance that it could have upgraded to Exile, and then a 20% chance that it could have upgraded again to whatever her level 3 magic skill is, and so on and so forth. And if I pick this, then the next time she levels up, if it picks the magic branch again, it'll start at Exile and then do the 20% checks. Once you hit level 10, you get your advanced class, which is essentially just another set of 3 branches with better skills that are more complicated. You get into like a job system in Final Fantasy. Is it jobs that are the more advanced ones, or is it classes? I can never remember. A balance between depth and how easy it is to understand. I'm glad. I mean, to be fair, you know, for the player, they don't necessarily need to know that much, but the idea is that you're progressing through a build, and you're either aiming for that build and then picking stuff up off the side when it doesn't proc. And then sometimes you get those early advanced skills and you pop off because it's like, whoa, I got the max level for this branch already. Everybody loves picking up a legendary gun at the start of a run. Jobs. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so level 0 through 10, you're getting class skills, and then once you hit level 10, whenever you level up, you start getting job skills. And there will be job gauges for every character. Every job will be adding just straight up new mechanics to the character. Because it's got to be sufficiently advanced. You got to feel like you're making progress. Alright, where was I? Right, we draw clear. We're drawing the texture. We want to draw... I just realized, if I call this function and we're drawing outside of the draw event, is that going to be a problem? I guess we'll find out. I don't think it'll be a problem, because I'm pretty sure I've done this before for similar things. Draw sprite. Oh, but then if I have to rotate it... But I can't have it be centered, because then it'll fucking... Okay. I won't rotate them yet. I'll build a more basic version of this function, and we'll tackle that problem later. I think I am definitely going to want a... I'm going to want a variable for X and Y drawing. Equals 0. Y equals 0. And what we actually want to do is... we want this to be the width. So we want... I should just make this a fucking variable. And then we run this again for the height map afterwards. So put this here. And I could set the rotation within the chunks themselves to keep that in mind. Yeah, this will be the texture section. Texture building. And then height map building. I don't want this multiplied by half, actually. I want that for the height map for other reasons. Take this. Do the same thing for height. App height times sprite get height. That texture, which makes this simpler. There you go, Foul. Now you're doing some prep. This needs to go at the top. And then we do the same thing for the height map. It's how games like Rune Factory do. Your success is mostly a measure of your prep. Yeah, I mean, you know, you're an Atelier gamer. I feel like that's your wheelhouse. Come to think of it, draw sprite. Oh, okay. I think I know how I will fix the rotation issue. But we'll do that later. I actually want this to be not multiplied by this. times map width times map height. Then we do the same thing here. Okay, so this is width times I modulated by 2. So 0, this goes 0, 1, 0, 1, which is what you want, okay. And then this one is height times the floor of I divided by 2. So it would be 0, 0, 1, 1. Perfect. Draw sprite at X, at Y. Whoops, did that in the wrong order. Draw the texture. So image 0 at X at Y. Okay. Okay, so if I run this, oh, I need to make a map builder for factory. Handler map builder factory. Put this bad boy in here. Child of map builder standard. Inherit event. New, what is it called? Map chunk. New map chunk. We're gonna need to reload because the IDE is being silly. Okay, that's better. Factory A. HMap factory A. What do I want the spawn to be? Let me open these up again. You did it? Congratulations! Is it in fact the final battle? Are you credits rolling? Okay, I know where I want spawn to be. 0, 1. Yeah, 0, 1 is where I want spawn to be here. 0, 1. Day 4. For this one, I want 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 0. Okay. Hmm. One, two, 1, 2. Okay, we'll do 2, 2. And then for the last one, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4. Okay, we run this, and then I want to draw the resulting surface texture sprite as a test to see how it looks. With place map builder factory, build map, and then camera. Don't need all of this. Instance count. Instance count. That's the... Yeah, all active instances. If true... We're not doing the skeleton anymore, so we don't need this. Draw sprite. Handler map builder factory dot sprtx. Seven zero. Let's see how this looks. Baby deer super close to the window. Oh shit. Okay. Something has gone wrong. Am I accidentally clearing alpha every time I run the loop? That's what it fucking looks like is happening. That sure is what it fucking looks like is happening. It sure is what's happening. I'm a dingus. You need to be outside of the loop, you silly fuck. Okay, it should work now. Beautiful. Yeah, that looks... I was about to be like, that looks incorrect because it's out of order, but then I remembered that's the fucking point. It's supposed to be jumbled. Oh yeah, we're looking good. And then I will want the height map to match. So we do the same thing here. I see why I originally wanted to put these together, actually. But I can't get the coordinates right. I guess I could just define these inside the loop. Ah, but then I wouldn't have easy access to this. Right. You know what? That's fine. Okay, copy all of this over. C black. Set the surface to H map. Side, welcome in. Happy Saturday. Hope it's going well for you. I'm doing some map building. H map. Okay, this should be... I should, for ease of copying, I should change this. This should just be SPR. Which I don't think is being used elsewhere. Okay, good. What kind of game am I making? Let me hide the test code here and I can show you. What we've got going on here is basically I play Front Mission 3 fairly frequently and I'm like, damn, this game would be great if it had a randomizer and also I was playing as my OCs instead of cool robots. Not that I have anything against cool robots, but you know, if I'm gonna make a game, I might as well put my characters in it. So we got ourselves a nice little SRPG here. You go around, you kill people, you get XP for killing people. You level up, you do a little Ballotro. It's a grid-based tactical RPG. Yes, indeed. The front mission-ness of it specifically is there are random abilities that you can acquire that are based on the equipment that you have equipped. So a lot of the joy I get from playing that game is going through the that feeling of like, oh, what ability am I going to get from this piece of armor? And then you find out it's either dog shit or it's dope, and now you want to pass that piece of armor around to all of your other units so they can get it. Or, you know, do a little build crafting. Oh, this ability would be really good for my missile unit, or my rifle unit, or my melee unit. And then the next time you play the game, you know which pieces of equipment you want to aim for and who to give them to. And see what kind of busted up combinations you can make. Which is really something I feel like literally any other game needs to have. The only other game that I've encountered that has something like this is Unicorn Overlord. But as great as Unicorn Overlord is, you know what abilities the equipment gives you ahead of time. There's no sense of discovery in that. What game was I talking about there? Front Mission 3, to be specific. It's the only one in the series to do this. Every part that you can equip has a unique ability. You don't know what it is until it activates, but you do get hints in the part description. It'll tell you this ability will activate if you are using melee weapons, or if you're using missiles, or if you're being attacked. And it's like, I love a sense of discovery in a game, man. And I love getting new toys. It feeds into that armor core loop that I talk about, the platonic ideal of a video game for me, where you run a mission, you get a new thing, in this case, you find out what an ability is, and then you want to put it on other units, which pushes you to run the next mission to see if you can get it to proc on another unit. And the loop just feeds in on itself, and you never want to stop playing. It's so good, and I can't believe they only did it the one time. Not exactly the same. We played a lot of Fire Emblem and a bit of XCOM. Yeah, like those are... It doesn't have something specifically like that, but, you know, those have similar appeal for sure. Like, leveling up a unit and getting new skills based on the class that they are. Like, that's also very fun, finding out what you can get. And Fire Emblem's got the matchmaker, so you can try to eugenics your way to a peak unit, getting all the best skills on the parents, and then hoping all the good stuff gets passed down. Yeah, so right now, we have it so that we can clear a map. If you defeat every enemy, the map will end. And the thing that we're currently working on is making it so that you can generate a new map to play on once you've beat the one that you're on. So that way we can have an actual gameplay loop. God, I love eugenics. What a thing to say. It do be real though. That's part of what makes Uma Musume so good. Get that peak eugenics gameplay. Okay. Let's see. We have our height map building. So, I should be able to now also draw the H-map. We'll draw this at, if it's 32 by 32 pixels, 12 by 12, so that's 320 plus another 64. So we'll do like 5, we'll put this at like 500. And this one needs to be bigger. These are 2 pixels per tile, so they need to be multiplied by 16? Yeah. No rotation. See white. 1. Hopefully it doesn't get blurry. Thank you for the follow, Kurosaki. Much appreciated. Why did that... Hang on a minute. Something is amiss here. Let me do... one-on-one, see how this looks. Thought you followed me a while back? Understandable, these things happen. Okay, what's going on here? Let's see, surface H-map. Width times map width. Sprite get width chunks.hmap times 0.5, which should be correct because it's 2. Wait. Why did I think I needed this to be halved? What is wrong with me? I need the full ass picture. Okay, maybe that is enough to fix it. There we go, that's more like it. Alright. That does look to be correct, but just to be certain, we're gonna do an overlay as well. So we're gonna do this at 1500. And then do this at 1500. At 0.5 alpha. Perfect. Yeah, you can see the color overlaps exactly as it needs to show that the height is lining up with the tiles. Ah, you'll love to see it. Okay. Looks like all there is to do now is to actually feed this into the vertex builder. Actually, before that, I think I do want to figure out the, I think I do want to figure out the rotation thing, because I'm pretty sure I've got a pretty simple solution to that. First of all, there needs to be a new variable here in map chunk for rotation. Set that to 0. Now, actually, I could probably put... yes, I think I can put that here. Okay. Our chunks I dot rotation equals I random 3. So it will rotate itself by 90 degrees, either anywhere from 0 to 3 times. So you're going to get a random 90-degree angle. So now you're getting random position and random angle, which should do the trick. But now, var double x, we'll do dx. We want this to go in a clockwise fashion, I believe. So we want x plus width x plus width again, and then back to x. Because there is a drawing function that will let you draw a sprite stretched to fit 4 corners specifically. So if I want to rotate while ignoring the origin point of a sprite, I just pick the order of the order of the corners to draw in to get an easy 90-degree rotation. And for y, it would be y, and then y again, and then y plus height, and then y plus height again. So we want draw sprite, not stretch, position? Yes. Size image, x1, so we want Changing the order, I can take the first entry, put it at the end. Okay. Yeah, okay. Repeat array chunks at I dot rotation number of times. Definitely was not the final boss. This will be the final boss. Know this because the quest name is literally the final battle. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, we want to do array push dx 0 and then array pull dx. And then we do the same thing for y. Y0 and then 2, 3, 4, alpha 1. Two, 3, 3. Ooh. Aha. I almost did a fucky. There we go. That should do the trick. And then we grab all of these. And slap this here as well. And this should work. Moment of truth. Okay, we got some rotation happening. I can see it. Looks like bottom left and bottom right did not rotate, but that's okay. That is a possible outcome of rotating randomly from 0 to 3 times. It looks like the top two did. And it looks like the height matches up. Okay. Okay, we're fucking gaming, I see. Alright. Now we can try to feed this to the vertex builder and see if we've truly well and done it. We do not need this anymore. That was just for testing purposes. Okay. Read height map from... We want to build from map builder factory.spr height map. Now, vertex drawer, where are you getting your sprite from? That point, build map. Cells. Size. We're definitely not doing this. I can safely get rid of this because it's an optimization nightmare. It dropped my frame rate to like the single digits. because I was essentially rebuilding the entire map every frame. Because I was like, how bad could it be? It's only a like 10 by 10 grid. No, that shit was not working, dog. Debuff map. Handler battle dot array2 cells. So, is read height map doing that? Battle to R2 cells. Okay, it is not. What is setting the size of R2 cells? I don't need this anymore because I'm not setting heights manually, which, thank God, I'm not doing that anymore. Set width, R2 cells. I see. We're just arbitrarily setting the size to 20. Okay. Cool. I don't think I need these anymore, but I will hold on to them just in case. Okay, so this is when Handler Battle is created. When is Handler Battle created? You are created here. That's no bueno. The map builder needs to run before these objects are created. We need a global map builder. Okay, so initialize. Global.mapBuilder equals no one. Global.mapBuilder equals this object. Then build map, and then when handler battle is placed, two times. We can probably just get sprite width of the H map and divide it by 2. It's less than. Sprite get width global dot map builder dot spr hmap over 2. And we do the same thing here for the height. Okay. Does this work? Ah, I see. Okay. It works, but it's not drawing the texture. I forgot to update where the texture is being drawn. But like, this map is looking nice and diverse. I'll say that much. Yeah, texture is all over the place, unfortunately. What I find interesting... Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, it's stretched. I was like, wait a minute. How is it not running out of texture? But it's stretched, so the grid doesn't even fully line up right now. Which is fine. We can fix this. This is gonna be... This, like... These fucking corridors are gonna be disgusting for my camera angle, dude. Check this shit out. This is atrocious. This is a problem. This is a big problem. Oh man, that's not great. I may in fact need more open space surrounding these structures. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be totally not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever. This doesn't suck at all. I'll probably adjust that as necessary. But for now, I need to fix... Where is it pulling the map texture from? And I think that's in the vertex drawer. I think. Halo Battle.map texture. Aha! Global.map builder.sprtx. Okay. Should be good now. What the fuck? What? Why is it doing that? Why is this so tiny? What is going on? Alright, what's going on here? Vertex drawer, what are you doing? Sprite get UVs, right. Array length cells. Array length cell 0, array length cell 0. What's going on? C, what is C? C equals draw cap. Oh, I see. That's the cell. Dot X over array length. What am I missing? What are you fucking haying about? Hmm. It has to be... It has to be something to do with the fact that it is not a 20 by 20 size image. I don't know where that would come in. Handler battle.r2 cells. Size goes cell size. Merge color. Ah. I see. Yes. What we are trying to figure out what exactly is going on. Array length cells. Array length cells 0, which it is still a square. So this should not be part of the issue. Handler battle.map text, which should be fixed. Map builder.sprite text. Sprite create from surface. Surface texture. We know this is working properly because we can draw it properly. UV0, UV2. UV coordinates other data for the texture of the sprite subimage on the texture page. Does it have to do with the fact that it is a surface? Or a sprite created from a surface? Does it have, like, weird UVs? Sprite get UVs, c.text sides. Okay, that should be fine. I need to test. Or, well, I need to test, but I need to go to camera. Our UVs equals sprite get UVs for map builder factory dot SPR text subimage 0. Draw sprite position. How's it doing it in here? UV0, UV2. Vert top. Maybe it has something to do with vert top. In fact, that probably is where the issue lies. Terrain cell. Vert top. Add point. Rotate. Vertex position, normal text chord, buff, EV. Draw chord? Vert axis. VBuff map. That's the buffer. Where are you getting the actual texture to draw the damn thing on? FN add point. XYZ UV for a buffer. Text sides. Okay, there's the sides. Where is it drawing the top? Also, congrats on hitting credits, file. Buffer format. Wait. VForm. VForm, new vert format. Up again. Okay. That was not as helpful as I was hoping. I just need to find where is it? Sprites. SPRTX test. Where is SPRTX test being called in the code? It's in here fucking somewhere. There you are. There it is. It was in the camera. Ah, I'm a fucking dingus. Okay. Global dot map builder dot sprtx. Okay. Surely that fixes it. Oh, whoops. Speaking of the camera, there's all of this, which I need to set to false because that was incomplete code. Okay, now it should run. There we go. Now we're talking. It's all mapped out. We're fucking gaming. Why are the sides no longer textured? Hello? Fix one problem. And now we get to go on the hunt for another one. But yeah, we got ourselves some random maps. That's good, that's good. Okay, why are you now not doing this? Text submit. I think I know why. I think when I'm creating a new sprite, it's not on the same texture page as the as the side sprite. Shit. That I don't know. I am gonna need to do some research on how to figure out how to make sure they share the same texture page. I don't even know if they can. GameMaker create sprite from surface to specified to specific texture page. Creates a texture page for each subimage added. Alright, create a sprite from a surface and then add subimages from the surface. They appear in the texture pages as individual texture pages. Is this intended? Mention on the entry for sprite add. Okay, okay. Store the sprite as a texture page, and it will be stored in GPU memory. I'll have to remember to delete these custom sprites at runtime as well. That could become a memory leak. I'm going to make a note of that right now, actually. Delete sprites created. Let's see. Delete old map builder tx and hmap sprites to prevent memory leak. That was the post-game dungeon, which is a whole thing. Oh boy. Also, strange prerequisites, but I guess they just want to make sure that you've experienced everything in the game. There might be a way to make this work. But I need to make sure I can make, because if I can draw the cell side on the same image as the map texture, then I can make this not a problem. I can solve this. But I need to figure that part out first. If we have a... We have an image of... I could make it twice as wide for extreme suboptimal texture page, but The images are already not huge to begin with, so that might be the move. That could go kind of crazy, actually. But then how would I draw the cell side? Let's see. Text sides. Okay. Where all does text sides get called? Strike at UVs. Okay. Debuff map. Right. Vertex submit. Vertex drawer. Debuff map. Triangle list. I might have to make a separate vertex submission, but I don't know if that's gonna run into. I don't know if that's gonna run into issues with like Z fighting. It might be the move. Back in Room Factory 4, the post-game could trigger immediately after the final boss, which made it really annoying to try and do anything else. Oh! Okay, yeah, that's nice. It gives you a little bit of control. Depending, well, it can, depending on what situation you go into the final boss with. Stuck into that the day after? Yikes. Okay. I thought I was gonna be able to do some next stage transition stuff, but we're gonna be in the fucking vertex zone all night, I feel like. Debuff map. Triangle list. Okay, vertex drawer. Debuff map. I think I need to make a additional buffer for the sides. So debuff map sides. Vertex delete buffer, debuff map, begin. We're gonna do just the top. So I'm gonna copy this whole thing. Top drawing. And then we're gonna bring this down here. Sides drawing. Buffer map sides. End map sides, freeze map sides. How does marriage work in Azuma? I haven't heard anything about it. If not top drawn equals true. This is just for the top, so I don't need this at all. Give a color Z. And then for the top drawing, we don't need any of these. Where are you getting... Aha! Here we go. Get UVs, C.text sides. Okay. Let's see if this does it. We need to submit... we probably need to submit this first. Map sides. Triangle list, get texture for SPR TX test side. Please work. Are we good? Are we good? Are we gaming? I think we're gaming. I think that shit worked. Thank fucking God. I did not want to have to think about what the fuck could possibly be the other... what next steps to take if that didn't work. Oh, man. Yeah, to give this a little bit more breathing room... Let's see, this is 12 by 12 currently, and is honestly probably more space than I would realistically need for the encounters. But I might bump it up to have the chunks be 8 by 8, so it's 16 by 16 total. Just to pad out the space a little bit. Because we need some wider, like, walkways. I do like how complex the terrain is. That's great for messing with LOS. But we need some more open space, or the camera's gonna be a goddamn nightmare, dude. Like, there's no way. So yeah, that'll probably need to happen. But okay. Now that that's working... The real fun part is figuring out the spawn points. Which is gonna be... It's gonna be lovely. We will want the first chunk and then the third chunk, because those will be opposites. That definitely won't always be the way to do it, but it'll be good for testing. Okay. First things first. These chunks need... Okay, they have their spawn X and spawn Y. That's good. Which actually... These need to be erased. Again, we're going to go counterclockwise fashion, or sorry, clockwise fashion. So this will be spawn X. X. X plus 1. X plus 1 again. And then X. And then it would be Y, Y, and then Y plus 1, Y plus 1. Oh, welcome in, McVin. Yeah, I see your message got swallowed in the detailed Rune Factory marriage discussion. We're getting primo mechanics deets over here. Ow! Ow! I was fucking just putting my hand back down into my armrest, and I guess I missed the armrest or something, and I just fucking slammed my knuckle directly into, like, the corner of my desk. Ow! I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Certainly not the worst version of that I've had happen. As someone who worked on cars, you know I've had my fair share of fucking punching the shit of whatever the fuck I was working on by accident. I guess that's the end of the Unicorn Overlord music. I know what's next. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Now I need to figure out how to rotate coordinates about a grid. That's some fucking math. How to transform... How to rotate coordinates on a grid about an origin point. Recommend that you play Rune Factory 4 eventually. If recommending FOW... FOW, have you not played Rune Factory 4? I don't know why I thought you did. 2D rotation about a point. I used to know how to do this. You only played 5 in Osmo. Oh, okay, you played 5. Okay. Let's hang on. Because there's like some sine and cosine shit going on, but if I'm only doing it in 90-degree increments, I'm pretty sure there's a shortcut. Let's get Photoshop back open and let's see if I can't do a little pattern recognition. Okay, so let's use this staircase as an example. This is at point 1, 2, 1. This is at point 2, 1. If I rotate this, 90 degrees, this is now at 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. I should probably write this down. That was asking. Yeah, okay. So this started at 2, 1. 2, 1, then was rotated to 2, 3, 4 to 4, 2. If I rotate this again, it is now at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's now at 3, 4. And if I rotate it one more time, is now at 2, 1, 2, 3. Is it? Sorry, it's at 1, 1, 2, 3. It's at 1, 3. One, 3. I am noticing a pattern here, and it's that the X value always seems to turn into the Y value when rotating it 90 degrees. That's good to know. Now, how do I figure out what the Y value turns into? Or sorry, what the X value turns into? How to rotate coordinates 90 degrees. I feel like there's a shortcut for if it's 90 degrees. Rules of rotation. Replace XY with negative YX. That will rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin. To rotate clockwise, replace XY with Y negative X. Okay, so if I take the difference between the center, I need to normalize it about the origin point and then do that. Okay. So the center here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes from 0 to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The middle is unfortunately in between these points, which is kind of annoying. 0, 1, so it would be 1, 2.5. So we need to subtract 2.5. So that turns into minus 2.5, that's negative 0.5 to negative 1.5. Four minus 2.5 is 1.5. And then 2 minus 2.5 is negative 0.5. Room Factory Frontier. I also haven't heard of that one. What the fuck? 3 minus 2.5 is 0.5. 4 minus 2.5 is 1.5. And then 1 minus 2.5 would be negative 1.5. 3 minus 2.5 is 0.5. Okay, I am, in fact, seeing the pattern. Negative 0.5, negative 1.5. You flip them, and then invert the x. Okay. And then you have to like denormalize it. So it would be going from 2.1 to 4.2. It would be you start at 2.1. Then you normalize it, which turns into negative 0.5. Negative 1.5. Then you swap x and y. So now you have negative 1.5, negative 0.5. And then you invert the x. So now you have 1.5, negative 0.5. And then you add 2.5. Which gives you 4, 2. And we're at the transformation. All right. I got this shit figured out. Photoshop, you can go away. Okay. There are chunks I dot rotation. Rotate spawn points. And then this is rotate draw coordinates. It was also the first game where the MC was a boy and girl pair who got their existences mashed together. What the heck? That's wild. Okay. For I2 equals 0, I2 is less than array length. Hang on. With our chunks at I. Array length. Spawn X. Didn't say anything about 3 because that game is basically perfect. Yeah, okay. Man, lots of love for the third game. We got Room Factory 3 getting rave reviews, and Metal Max 3 getting the recommendation. I2++. Okay, first thing we need to do is subtract the origin point. Which this would probably be easier to do. This would probably be easier to do in the height map section. Rotate, draw chords. Because the width is the H-map width, which those are 2 pixels to a grid space, so we just need to divide it by 2, which means we need to divide it by 4. So these array chunks are... Each chunk is 6, so we need to take... We need to take the 12, because it's 12 wide, divide that by 2 to get 6, subtract 1 to get 5. Okay. For OX equals... We take the width, divided by 2. You start at 12, divided by 2 to get 6, subtract 1 to get 5. Does that work if it's... If it was 5 already, so we would have a clean 2 as the center. Width would have been 10, divided by 2 to get 5, subtract 1 to get 4, divide that by 2 to get a clean 2. Okay, so that does work. Divide by 6, minus 1 to get 5, and then divide that by 2 to get 2.5. And then we do the same thing for origin Y, just in case it's not a perfect square, which it should be, but never hurts to try to account for these things. One problem you have with 3 is that there's one character who really gets under your skin. I mean, yeah, like that's a personality mismatch. It's not necessarily a flaw of the game. It's just they just put a character in it that you hate. It's like the difference between a character that sucks and a character that is poorly written. Saint, welcome in. It's been a while. How's abroad? Are you still abroad, or have you come back yet? Eventful? I've fucking heard. I've heard you've gotten into some goddamn adventures. Start out like 7 months? Oh yeah. Yeah, those do go for a while, actually. Well, I hope they are enjoyable. Right, so we take the coordinates, spawn x at I2, We subtract. Minus OX. Do the same thing for spawn Y. Hanging off the side of a truck held in place by a harness strap is an experience. One might even say once in a lifetime. I would fucking hope that's once in a lifetime at most. Doing the math? Oh hell yeah. We're rotating points about the center of a grid. For map generation reasons. It took me a bit to remember that there were shortcuts for rotating things by 90 degrees, so now we're implementing. Yeah, we subtract the origin point, then we swap the x and y. Swap the x and y and invert the x. So we need a hold. Our hold x equals spawn x at I2. I guess I would want hold y. So that way I can do this in order. Spawn x, whoops. Spawn x at I2. So this becomes the y. And then flip the y. So that is equal to negative hold y. Better yet, we'll just make a negative here. Wait. I'm an idiot. Hold x equals spawn x, and then we set spawn x, which is why we need the holding variable. Set this to negative spawn y at I2, and then we can set spawn y equals hold x. Because we can't grab the old x value because it's already been replaced. Okay. And then we re-add. Which I guess I could just do here. Plus OX. Do math to rotate coordinates 90 degrees around a grid. And then for the test, var x equals global dot map builder dot array chunks 0 dot spawn x 0. Bit of a mouthful. Misheard and thought I said do meth. Maybe that's the old Maryland accent coming out. I don't know. X, Y. Like when people say milk, I don't know. I don't think that's a Maryland thing. Isn't that like a more of a Central America thing? Like a Midwesterner thing? Or am I thinking of Michigan? One. It is Midwestern, okay. You always said moke, There's no way. There is no way you pronounce it like Moke, dude. Or is it Mauk? Mauk is more believable. But that's all. But that also still sounds kind of crazy. Baldemau. That I think there's like two Maryland accents. At least. There's the one that says Baldemau, and then there's the one that says Balmore. Or Balmo. Because those both do those both do exist. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I take you, and we want the third chunk. We don't know about that Creole accent. Oh, brother. I know I don't want no part of it. Hmm. I'll have to consider enemy spawns later. Okay, let's see if this works. What do you mean? Unknown object dot spawn y. Wait a minute. I put an underscore where there wasn't supposed to be one. Okay, I think we're good. You are not supposed to be here. Oh, I know what happened. Let's see. This is our origin point. I want these two here, actually. So, let's see. That would be plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hang on. On U2. From test. 2. 2. Plus 6. Plus 6. Because 0, 1... Oh, no, that'd be 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I want you spawning at 3. Plus 6. Plus 6. And then you guys spawn on the 0 chunk. That way, the camera by default is pointing in the direction of the enemy. Or in the direction of the center of the map, instead of pointing in the direction of fucking nothing. Actually, do I want that? I guess I do. Yeah, I think I do. I keep on spinning the damn thing around anyways. Yeah, okay. This is the spawn point for this chunk. That's accurate. And that's the spawn point for that chunk. Alright, great. Spawn points are working. Let's see, I have to be wary of Suture because she can move very far. Alright, thanks for hanging out, Jade. Much appreciated. Hope you have a good EP and a good day tomorrow. Let's take some cover. You're not even gonna move? Oh. I need to put in AI that's like, if you don't have anybody to attack, you should move towards the closest target. I forgot. I never implemented that. If they can't attack, they just don't move. You have to kite them. I mean, I can always add that later. Let me add that to the to-do list. Add seeking AI. Move to the closest target if there are no units in range. Alright, yeah, we gotta go in, which means I guess I should at least get a height advantage. I can't dash? I can't dash nowhere! That sucks. Not quite. I was about to say, I better not be able to get a shot on here. There's no way. Okay, good to know my LOS system is still working. This might... Aha! Just barely. Damn, her hops are fucking crazy. I guess it's not that crazy. It's just like, it's just one. Interesting. Oh, I guess her jump height doesn't... I thought it would have been higher. Okay, it doesn't cover that, so she has to, like, actually go up the stairs. That's neat. And you are just barely in range. You poor bastard. Alright. We got ourselves some map generation. That's kind of huge. I think, let's see, we've got some time. I think I should at the very least get a fade out going. Map generation is a wild thing to happen in one sitting. That's true. Yeah, we really did make it happen. Yeah, I think let's get a fade out effect going. So for Main, object main. Step, draw, okay. Not what I'm looking for. Object UI. What? Wait a minute. Initialize. Where are you? Oh, it's just global.ui. Okay. Place UI main global. Inherent event. We need trans fade out equals 0. 0, 0. Inherit our step event. Trans fade out 0. Plus equals 0.1 times sine. So if the target value is 1, you take 1 minus 0, which is a positive value. If you're fading from 1 to 0, you take 0 minus 1, get a negative value. Yes, okay. Let's fade out 0 minus... And then... clamp. Clamp that between 0 and 1. Probably do 0.05. Draw, let's see, if, we'll try to make this a little bit more efficient. Transfer out 0 is greater than 0.01. Draw set alpha. Draw set color C black. Ah! I forgot. If I scroll all the way to the bottom, it just fucking cycles. Draw set alpha 1. Draw set color C white. Draw rectangle. 0, 0, game width, game height, no outline. Okay, when battle over, Hmm. Do global.ui.transFadeOut1 equals 1. And then on the level up, where are you? Menu button. Right length, else. Width. What the fuck is it called? Oh, right. Battle over. Width, battle over. Event delay equals. We'll also set that to 0.1. And now that those have been tested, I'll put you at 4.4. I'll put you at 7.6. Let's do this. Oh right, it's only 12 by 12. We'll do 6.6. And then that was add 3.2, so that would be 9.8. Set you to 2.3. We'll do 4.6. Or 2.6. So that way they're in Gatling gun range. In case I want a quick kill. What failed and why? What else did I change? Oh, I bet I know what the fuck it is. Where are you? Yep. I don't know why. It never highlights that I forget to put a comma after an array entry inside of an array. It's really weird. Because normally it would highlight that sort of thing. Yeah, I had a feeling something like this would happen. Put me on top of the damn mountain. That works, though. We mosey on over here. Gatling cannon it up. Y'all are fucked. Hmm. Why didn't that go? Menu back, menu back. I mean, it looks like that worked. What if we do this? This would be kind of crazy. And then we wouldn't need wherever the other one is. The rare double level up off of the first kill. And the rare double skill up. This is a level 3 ice, like her level 3 mage skill. RNG's going crazy, dude. I'll need to shorten this description. I can probably just get rid of the word designed. Let me do that before I forget. Shrink. Uses special ammo to sedate the target. Okay, so that works, but it's fast. I really would have preferred if I could have gotten it to happen off of a delay. What am I missing? I think... with battle over, no, because this is what's drawing the screen, so that can't be gone. And it's clearly executing this code. So what is going on here? Maybe I accidentally had it within that if statement and I wasn't thinking about it. event delay equals 0.1. Let's see. Maybe I'm crazy. Nope. Nothing. Why doesn't it go off? Why do you refuse to go off? Wait. I'm an idiot. I need to set the flowcharts event delay, old goofy ass. Alright. This should work. Ah, yes, the nightmare corridor. Accuracy be damned. It's... the fucking Gatling cannon is just way too overtuned. I definitely need to rein that in a little bit. There we go. Okay, okay. We're gaming. I think I want that to be a little longer of a delay, but before the fade out happens. Okay, I think we can shorten that, but I want to slow the fade rate. Oh, good heavens. Do I even have a shot? I mean, low accuracy, but it probably got him. No, I didn't get suture. She must be barely hanging on. This is probably... Do I have LOS on this shot? What? She didn't get a single body hit? Alright. Rectifying that right now. What are the odds? Yeah. Yeah, that looked right. Alright, we got ourselves a fade out. A good setup to clean up everything off of the screen, and then transition to the excuse me. The next level to restart the room. Ah, okay. Exciting stuff. I guess for now, let me see who I can raid out to. I've used my brain bigly. I'm a little, perhaps slightly drained. Quite a few options to choose from. Hmm. Haven't been to old No Go-Wo's in a little bit. Oh yeah, he just got raided. Time for the double raid. To the flicker. It's awful. Awful, I know. Okay. As always, I like to support smaller streamers, so if you're coming with me on this raid, remember to be nice. You can be little gremlin bastards if you want, but be nice about it. And most importantly, give the streamer a chance to shine, give them a chance to show their stuff. And until tomorrow, where we're probably going to continue with this, probably going to do the transition screen between levels. Until then, thank you, Brooke, thank you, Foul, thank you, Monster, thank you, McVin, thank you, Saint, thank you, Jade. Thank you, Reyna. Thank you, Reyna Raiders. Much appreciated. Thank you, Kurosaki. Thank you, Side. Thank you, Rug. As far back as chat goes, if I miss anybody, I do apologize. Thank you, Ghost. I remembered that you were here earlier after you posted just now. Phew. All right. If I forgot anybody else, I do apologize. But again, until tomorrow, same time, same place. I will see you all next time.